Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Temperance Aura, and today I want to talk about basically where it is that you are energetically and on this beautiful journey, how it is that everything has been happening for a reason. That is why you are here right now. First of all, I usually talk about basically the energy of what it is that we are going through, the energy of transformation, the energy that reveals where we are collectively and where we are expanding to. And if you've made your way here as well, you're on this healing, beautiful journey of growth, elevation, and of getting to know who it is that you truly are, of remembering your power. Okay. And on this beautiful journey that I am on as well, I share everything that I have learned and everything that I have been able to see as a result of my own journey as I am still growing and expanding myself. Okay, so you guys, where it is that we are right now, first of all, you have entered a new timeline, a new reality altogether. And I want you to know that it doesn't feel like the way you thought it would. At first, we are feeling tired, exhausted, because the stage that you are in right now, you've just came out of your cocoon as a butterfly, right? You have wings. You have entered your new timeline. And yes, in this new timeline, you get to fly. This is where it is that we are right now. So understand that at first, the wings are heavy. At first, we have to learn to fully step into and embody this vessel, this new version of us that we've just entered, okay? Your body, you're gonna feel it physically. It's exhausted. It just went through the reconstruction stage, right? You've had to construct a new vessel, a new reality. Your body has been through it, okay? It had to regulate your nervous system. Every cell in your body had to die and be reborn. You've literally have been through a lot, and you are now experiencing rebirth. It is just as comfortable as uncomfortable as death, okay? Like, understand that is why you feel the way you do. And on top of that as well, now you have to deal with, I'm gonna call it scars of the old reality. There's certain things that are still there. You can feel them and they are super uncomfortable because you have left them behind. But you still have to deal with certain things. You are at this phase where energetically you are cutting ties completely with the things that you had still taken with you that you thought you needed but you don't. And it had to take you for you to be in your new vessel, in the new reality, to see those things from a different perspective. So understand that, like, rebirth still requires a certain level of letting go, but the biggest thing that's happening is actually you getting to know this new reality. What is this? What's happening? Who am I here? Right? And it's gonna take a minute for you to fully, like, I'm getting stretched into your new vessel, into your new body, like fully integrate in this new vessel, in this as this new being that you are. So first of all, congratulations. We have made it. I know it hasn't been easy. I know this year feels a little bit strange. It feels good, but it's happening fast and it's heavy energetically. You have been going through it because you guys, you've let go of a reality that you were attached to for a very long time. Okay? Your soul, your vessel, like, you have been through it. This reality isn't just necessarily about this one experience, you guys. You have to remember that within our DNA is a memory. It is our ancestors. It is all that came before us. So when we are letting go of something and we are being reborn in a completely different timeline, in a different universe, understand that we're detaching from their trauma too. Within us, everything that you've experienced, everything they experience, you experience, is still within you, right? So you're also detaching from that. That is why it feels like your body has been going through it. And on top of that as well, like, you are just reborn. It is uncomfortable, but it takes a minute. Like, imagine like the infant stage, the baby stage, when you just enter a new reality. Like, it takes a minute before you can fully stand on your own 2 feet and go on and do whatever it is that you want to do. It takes a good minute, if not a couple more. So just understand that, yes, you've did it. Congratulations. A lot of people A lot of people aren't here. A lot of people don't make it this far. You've had to go through it to get here. You deserve to be here, but just understand where it is that you are, because sometimes a lot of people misunderstand and mistaken this level of growth for the absence of growth. Like they think that they give up. I'm too tired. I don't see anything. Reality has to catch up as well. Like reality is literally in the middle of reconstructing itself as well. But like as first, it doesn't happen in a blink of an eye. You don't wake up one day, blink, everything's completely different. It's a transformation. It's gradual. It takes a minute. You may have started to notice that certain things have already changed. They had changed, a while back. A lot of things are changing gradually. Focus on that. And the signs, you guys, the fact that you may have a very low tolerance for the things that you have outgrown, see that as a sign that you are in this new reality and timeline. Like you having low tolerance for the things that you have outgrown is because you've let them go. They will no longer be in your reality for very long. And I know it's exhausting. But understand that you've done the hardest part. The hardest part of this journey has been completed already. Okay, so just give yourself grace, give yourself space to just rest and look. Do the best that you can. Don't give it all your energy. Whatever you have outgrown, just know that very soon it is going to be something so far in your memory that you'll almost forget about it completely. Because you will be so busy living your new beautiful life, getting to do whatever you want every single day and every single moment. Focus on that. For a lot of you guys, you have already started to create your reality, right? So I know that you are already doing something that this new self is doing. You are them already. Like you are already expressing yourself authentically, whether you have a channel, whether you are a writer, musician, or you are seeking a job, a role, a position that allows you to authentically express yourself. Like a lot of you guys have already started and are doing that. Focus on that, because that is what is going to take over your reality. When the old dies, that is what you'll be focused on. So it's like, focus on that. Give as little energy and thought as you can possibly to everything else, and just do the best that you can. Okay, even when you are showing up in the space that you have outgrown, or doing the things that you have outgrown, in your heart, in your mind, just remind yourself, not for long, very soon, I have entered a new reality. I have entered a new timeline. Repeat, I have entered a new reality. I have entered a new timeline. We are here. Congratulations. Like, I am so happy. And I feel the weight of this transformation on your shoulders. I feel it. I am feeling it. I am experiencing it too. Okay? But our lives are changing. They've shifted already. You should see that. So understand that at this next stage, you guys, like one thing that I've realized that has helped me, that is helping me, that is actually helping me to really escalate in this journey and take it further than I thought I could ever possibly take it. Understand that when you were okay, I have to rephrase this properly. When you were created, okay. On this journey of growth and development, guys, expanding your awareness, when you start this beautiful spiritual journey, you start to remember and recognize and learn that you are not separate from source, right? You understand that source flows through your veins. Source, you breathe it out. It's in your lungs. You are literally this source, the essence of source in this expression, right? We start to understand that we are that. But there's still a separation, because when it comes to seeking, when it comes to creating, when it comes to asking for things, we ask outside ourselves. You're trying to manifest, you're trying to pray, but you are praying and manifesting to this entity, to this universe, to this being, this creator, this source that is outside yourself. Where are you looking if you're not looking in here? I'm going to give you guys an analogy that I mentioned in my short videos, right? Imagine that source, the creator, God, is the soil on earth, okay? Now imagine that out of the soil, out of itself, it takes itself, it molds it, it shapes it, and it creates a person. And this person is animated. It breathes into itself. And so that aspect of itself is released and free to explore itself from that perspective. Do you understand? Is that expression separate from that soil? Or is it part of the soil? You know, Rumi said you are a drop. No, you are an ocean in a drop. You are the entire ocean in a drop. But that drop is still part of the ocean, right? Because we look at it this way. You look at it as like, that's the child. It is separate from its creator. The creator created it, right? So we're looking at it from that angle. That's not me, but it created itself out of itself. Do you understand? You can be separate. You created yourself so you could experience a different aspect of yourself and experience reality in a completely different perspective. You gave yourself legs so you could experience what it felt like to run. You gave yourself a heart. You gave yourself everything that you wanted to experience yourself as fully as you possibly can, to have fun. That expression is not separate from the one expressing it. Initially, Source wanted to experience itself in a different form. So it reshaped itself in a different form. But it's still you. Do you understand? It is still you. So like when we don't see ourselves necessarily as the child that was born, but rather the creator itself, like reshaping itself into something else to have a complete different experience, you remember, wait, I've just remembered what I did. You did that to yourself. This is you. You reshaped, you created a body for yourself so you can experience having a body, but even that body is just, it's just you. What part of you is not you? Like what part of that beautiful creation is not part of the creator? Like what part of it, at what stage do we separate it and say, this isn't that? It can't be that powerful because it's a part of it. But remember, as within, so without, as above, so below, within the whole, within the part of something, when you cut something, right? Within that little part of something exists the wholeness, always. Out of that part that you've cut, that piece that you've cut out of something, you can recreate the wholeness of the thing. So like, at what part of, when you take a drop of water, at what part does it truly separate from everything else? Everything around you is water. Air is water. At what part has it actually separated from its source? You, because it's in your hands. You also are mostly made out of water. That drop of ocean never separated from the ocean to begin with. It is just expressing and experiencing itself in different degrees and different aspects. That is why we're here to remember. Because a lot of us take it very far on this beautiful journey, but yet we still externalize ourselves and separate ourselves from source as if we are completely separate when we're not. And I know that a lot of us are afraid of our egos, and we think that if we were to think ourselves to that high standard of being one with the creator, of being one with God, of being the same expression, then we think that we are inferior and should never dare to think that way, when by doing that, you're actually doing exactly what you think you're doing, because now it's like you disrespecting the creator itself because it decided to create itself to have a different expression of itself. And now you're saying that it's less insignificant. Like I decided to express myself in a different way, and now you're saying that my expression is not good enough. Do you see what I mean? Like that's what we are actually doing. So understand that it is almost an insult not to see yourself as powerful in your true essence and power. You know what I mean? To not see yourself as a creator, as part of the creator. And I know I keep saying part of, but it's like you are in that wholeness. You are whole. You're not a part. You're not separated. And I know it's like we, in this physical, in this duality, we need to understand things in their separation to understand them. But we expand our awareness and remember, we see things from a bigger picture, and we're able to actually see that it's the full picture. We may be at the center of the picture where we're only seeing different aspects of the picture right now in this experience. I can only look like this around me and take snippets at a time, but you have the power within you with your other eyes to see the bigger picture, to see the wholeness. And that is what you came here to do, because the minute that you remember yourself as that source, then you actually tap into the powers. You actually reconnect back into yourself and do what you were supposed to do, because your purpose was to remember who you were so you could do what it is that you wanted to do when you created yourself in that expression to begin with. And the reason why sometimes it's good, this is why meditation is good. Like, you notice that I close my eyes there when it's a concept that I am understanding that cannot be understood like purely physically. Like, closing these eyes opens the other eyes. It allows me to see that information. I also mentioned before how language was something that was created way after our civilizations, like way after the very idea of a human being even was created. Understand that we communicate energetically. We always have. And I've talked about how basically before you even open your mouth, people have already picked up so much about you. Like, you are an energy that walks around, and whatever it is that you think about yourself, whichever way you hold yourself, like, remember that that shows up in your expression, and that shows up in your expression, especially when it comes to the opportunities that you have access to. So understand that it is important for you to see yourself as this source, as this being of power, because the way you express yourself, the way you know yourself, is how reality will respond to you. Why? Because it's you. Like, if you don't recognize yourself as the creator, why would reality recognize you? Because reality is you. We're supposed to remember ourselves as everything. Remember, when you are in power, you are recognizable by yourself because you are the one that is in power. And just because you've forgotten, that was a choice. Like, that was a choice to experience something completely different. I know it doesn't feel like that way, but you are so powerful that, like, nobody can make you do anything. And besides, everything is one anyways. That would only be you. So when we remember, when we reconnect back to all that we are, we have this authority in our realities where whatever it is that you desire to go towards or experience, like, there's no blockages or barriers. Whereas when you don't see yourself, when you don't see your worth, first of all, you're not going to recognize any opportunity. First of all, you're not going to put yourself in the line to even receive any opportunities. And where it is that we are in our lives right now, you guys, in this new timeline, I need you to know your power. I need you to remember that there is nothing that you have to do that you do not want to do truly. And if you're doing it, it's because you want to. Okay? And speaking of things that we may have to do, like, as I said, in this timeline that you've entered, there's certain things that you are finding difficult and challenging to tolerate, because those are the things that are actually not existing in this new timeline. That's why. But understand, as I said, that there's a process. So do the best that you can and move on. Okay, like, very soon, you guys, like, I'm talking about very, very, very soon, you're going to be doing everything that you want every day. You're going to wake up and just be alive. You're going to wake up and remember why it is that you put yourself in a physical body to begin with. You know what I mean? You're going to find out how incredible this expression is. And the thing is, you are the one that finds out. Remember, as you create yourself into this vessel, you are the one that gets to find out what this human experience is about. Like, you're waiting, looking, seeking for answers from the creator itself. But it's like, how does the creator itself created itself to have this experience? Why would it know? It knows itself through this experience, through you. As you get to know yourself, it gets to know itself, because there's no separation. That was the purpose of your creation. This is how authentic and powerful and beautiful that you are. Not even God himself knows this expression until you allow it to be expressed. And yes, all time is happening right now, by the way. So that version of yourself, that aspect of yourself that is already an expression, like every potential has been lived, but only through you did he recognize himself through that expression. Because remember, I created myself to have this expression. So I got to experience myself in this expression to know this expression. Like the art piece that I just created, you know what I mean? I have to, what am I going to do with it? Like, I will not see the masterpiece until I allow it to be what it was supposed to be. You are here to be what you were supposed to be. So just understand that there is no enemy. First of all, there's nobody stopping you, but like, you have arrived, and it's a matter of you just like allowing yourself to be in this beautiful experience that you've stepped into, you guys. Okay. I am gonna probably keep this a little bit short because I do gotta go. Okay. But let me see if there's anything else that I want to touch on this energy. And I will very soon start to create a lot more long form videos as well. Bear with me, I'm working on it. But just be kind to yourself, you guys. Take it easy. Like, you are going through so much right now. You've just experienced death, you're mourning, and you're also experiencing like rebirth in a new vessel, in a new body, in a new universe, a new reality. It will take a minute for you to fully stretch yourself energetically into this timeline and reality and see what it's about. Okay, so imagine this stage as the downloading the data of this new reality. So you're like, it may appear like you're a bit still right now, right? Allow your body, your mind to adapt, and allow reality to catch up, allow that full integration. So it's almost like reality has to load. Does it, like, it has to load fully? You have to allow it. The vessel is here, the projector is here. Now it's, imagine that everything was done in your inner world. You shifted into this new timeline, this new reality. And now understand that now this body, this vessel is the projector in which it projects this new reality in your current existing reality. It is loading, baby. Do you know what your body just did? You have to create a whole universe. So understand that it is loading. It's going to take a minute. So take a deep breath. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful vessel, because it is doing miraculous things, let me tell you. So just slow down, allow reality to do its thing. Okay, it is being done. You've done your part. You've played your role. All you can do is keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up. Keep focusing and redirecting your attention and your focus towards the things that are incredible and amazing. Okay? And again, congratulations. You're incredible. And we did it. We did it. More to be continued on this beautiful frequency, you guys. And I do post shorts. Okay? So just to kind of keep you going through the week. But as I said, I will work on creating a lot more long form content. If you guys have anything that you want to explore specifically, write it in the comments and I will check it out next time. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the likes, you guys. I see them. I see the support. You guys are incredible. And just anything that you need me to go into detail in, just write it. I'll see it and I will make a video about it. Okay, see you soon.